Okay, hold on a second. Let me see. Let me do a sound check real quick. Let's see if I can be heard. Alright, if I can be heard. We are good to go. All right. So how y'all doing this evening? I mean, well, wherever you are, how y'all doing? Movie 186 back again with another live stream. Let me share this online real quick, and then we can get started. I don't want to take too long on this because I'm trying to watch the U.S. Soccer team play. They got semi. I think they're in the semifinals against England, so it's a big matchup. Yeah, I don't want to miss it. So I just want to do this real quick. I don't know if it's gonna be a quick video. I'm just sharing this on Twitter real quick. Okay, done. Okay. All right, so we're good to go. All right, so let's get started with the video. Um, like I said, before I trash PC gamers, let me give them a compliment first before I start trashing them. Right? I've never on my channel, like I've gone after Xbox fanboys, Nintendo fanboys. I even made some videos criticizing PlayStation fanboys. But the one group of gamers I've never gone after have been PC gamers, mainly because I don't really have any issues with anything that a large percent of them have done. I do believe that most PC gamers, in general, I think are gamers who are smart enough to realize that who are smart enough to realize that there are certain things in the industry that are not tolerated. I do believe that of all the groups out there, I do believe they are the I guess you could say I don't want to necessarily say smartest because you have people who are intelligent who game on all platforms. No, shooter, how you doing, man? Thank you for watching. Like I said, I do think that all fan bases have gamers who are very intelligent, obviously, but I do believe that PC gamers in general are the smartest group of gamers out there. I think by and large they don't take no shit from these companies, and I do think that in a way it has hurt them in a way, not necessarily not in a way where they should be blamed for it, but I do think that a lot of developers and a lot of publishers do um, do punish them as a result of this when it comes to like game ports and shit like that. They know that they can't fuck around when it comes to the PC gaming community. So I commend them all for that. Unfortunately, there's a group of them, and not all of them are bad. Some of them are complete losers, but there's some of them are good people. And Devil I definitely agree with that. And I'll get deeper into that too. I definitely agree with that. Um, but um, but yeah, there are a group of them who have started, and this has been going on for a little while. Ever since I remember, I don't know if this dude Rags. I don't know if Hey, what's going on, Steve? How's it going, man? I do need to call you later. We do have to talk about something. It's not serious. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's nothing serious. But thank you for watching, Steve. Um, there's a few of them, and like I said, this all started with the whole with Rags. I don't know if any of you guys remember him. He was a predominant PC gamer, and that kind of started with him and the group of his fan base about how exclusives and how exclusive games are anti-consumer. Right now, before I get to the point, let me show you guys. Let me tell you guys some examples first, right? The example that I've used in the past. You look at you look at burger places, right? You look at McDonald's, you look at Wendy's, you look at Burger King, etc., right? What is the difference between a place like Burger King and McDonald's, right? You know, you can look at the color scheme of the two places. You know, they're a little bit different. You know, I mean, obviously logos are different. You know, they have lots of subtle differences between each other. But what's the one thing that separates one company from the other? It's the name of their burgers. Then it's the name of their burgers. You have one burger called the Big Mac for McDonald's, another one called the Whopper, right? They have the other burger too, you know, quarter pounder for McDonald's, and I don't know what else Burger King. I can't remember what other stuff Burger King has. But you get what I'm saying, right? Each brand it doesn't even matter where you go. You go to phones, you go to laptops, you go movies, all this other stuff. The one thing that always separates each brand is their exclusive content. Doesn't matter how you want to label it, their exclusive content is what is different for each brand, right? You're not gonna buy a Big Mac at a Burger King. Just not. You're just not. Right? Yes, I know they're burgers. Yeah, I could get a burger anywhere, right? And I know some people have taken my comparison and said that it's not legitimate, but at the end of the day, you can't. I can buy a burger anywhere. I can buy a car anywhere. I can do anything anywhere. I can play games anywhere. But the big difference are the exclusive content. That's the big difference. And a lot of people don't seem to understand. A lot of PC gamers don't seem to understand that reality. That in order for company A or company B to succeed, they need to have content that no one else can provide. Right now, I see there's some PC gamers telling me, "Oh well, power and stuff like that, and features should be uh should be the things that separates each console." That's a load of horseshit. That's a load of horseshit. Yes, do they factor in from time to time? Of course they do. Of course they do. But at the end of the day, this is not console gaming is not PC gaming. I think that's the one thing that a lot of PC gamers don't get. They don't understand. And a lot of PC gamers they say, oh well, if console gaming was more like PC gaming, I would get a console. No, the fuck you wouldn't. Stop fucking lying. No, the fuck you wouldn't. Why would you? Because it doesn't matter how hard, like how much PlayStation or Microsoft tried to emulate PC gaming, is not going to be the same. Not going to be the same. Stop lying. Stop lying. But the fact that people say, "Oh well, features and power should be the difference," that's not. No. What's always been the the deciding factor in consoles have always been the exclusive content. It's always been the games. Always has been. Always will be. Right now, maybe I'm old. Maybe I'm too old in that way. Maybe I'm a fossil in that way. But I'm not gonna sit here and accept any type of PC gamer who think that just having games on everything is somehow a good thing. I don't understand. I don't understand how that could be like in theory. Yeah, it sounds like a good thing. But then, what the fuck is the use of these consoles? What's the use? I'm not buying. I'm not. I didn't buy an Xbox to be on Xbox Live. It's added. It's an added perk. But I didn't buy the console to play. I didn't buy. You know, it's an added perk. But I didn't buy Xbox to go on Xbox Live. You know what I mean? I didn't buy a PlayStation just to use the controller. It's an added perk, but it's not the reason why I bought the console. I didn't spend $300, $400 on these consoles just for minuscule shit. Exactly. And that's the thing I don't understand. Like thank you for saying that, Shooter. There's so many examples of times when businesses use these quote anti-consumer practices to elevate their brand. Let's like those should have said right now with Netflix, right? Netflix has exclusive content on there. Why? Because they're not stupid. They're not stupid. They realize, yo, we need to create original content in order to bring people in. Because again, you can go to you have TV regular you got regular TV, you have fucking cable TV, you got DVDs. I'm sure there's one or two people still using VHS. A lot of what Netflix has. You can find their shows, the shows and movies anywhere. You can watch Friends on any fucking device you want. You can find places to watch these shows. What draws people in are exclusive content. Same thing with HBO. Same thing with HBO. I don't hear people saying, "Oh, HBO is anti-consumer because I can only watch Game of Thrones there." No, you don't hear that, do you? Do you? You don't hear that. And that's the thing these dudes don't understand. Any anything that any brand needs exclusive content to separate themselves from the competition. You can't. Apple's not going to just sit there and sell your average ass phone. No. What do they have? They have the iPhone. What's the only brand? What's the only brand you're going to get an iPhone from? You're only going to get an iPhone from Apple. That's it. That's it. It's not going to. Apple is not going to have an Android. It's not going to have an Android interface in there. But what would stop one of these PC gamers from going? Oh well. Oh, that's not fair. Why do I have to use the iOS? I want to use Android on my iPhone. I want to use Android on my iPhone. Not gonna happen, Chief. Not gonna happen. And that's the thing these dudes don't. They don't understand. They don't. They. I think they understand it, but like Double Shooter said, it's all about entitlement. They want everything to be part of their. They want everything to be part of their hub, right? They want to play everything. They don't want to buy. And I get it. I understand. You don't want to buy. These consoles. They can be expensive. I get it. You want to save up, buy new PC parts or whatever. I get it. But if you want to play, well, in the views of Sony, if you want to play God of War, if you want to play Spider-Man, if you want to play all these other games that they have, you need to buy a PlayStation or wait till it comes out on PlayStation Now, and you get to play it on there. Not natively, but you get to play it on there. And then the thing is that it's not me necessarily bragging about having these games because at the end of the day, like it doesn't really matter to me. But I can tell you straight up, if Sony decides, because again, Sony's the main console, PlayStation the main console I game on, right? If Sony decides they'll put their games all out on PC day and date, then why would I need a PlayStation for? Why would I need one? I would just get rid of it and build me or buy a pre-built PC to play these games. Because at the end of the day, what's the biggest? The thing is that when you look at PC gaming, sure it has all the what bells and whistles that I would like. You get to change settings. You get to you don't have to deal with paying to play games online. At least the way that the way I would see it, you don't have to pay to play games online. None of that stuff. You don't have to deal with that. And I understand there's a lot of great positives to PC gaming. No, I'm not denying that. And that is the reason why I would go straight to PC gaming if I had it. If they went straight, if Sony put all their games on there, because at the end of the day, I don't need a PlayStation. Like I'm not gonna just buy a box just to buy a box. If I'm buying a console, the console need to have content that I can only get buying that box. That's it. It's not rocket science. That's it. I don't like if I and the reason why. I don't do that with the Xbox is because Xbox is not my primary console. It's a secondary console to me. I don't need to spend. I'm not spending like $500 $600 just to play Xbox games. You know what I mean? I bought my Xbox One S. I didn't buy an X because I'm not spending $500 on secondary hardware. I bought an S, bought it for I think 300. You know, I have some games on there. I'm content with that. But my majority of gaming happens on the PlayStation. And if Sony decided, you know what, we'll just put the game on PC, then I'm like, all right, fine. Then I don't need your box anymore. And it's not like it's not. I'm not doing this maliciously. I'm just being honest. Like, there's a lot of advantages to PC gaming. And that's the thing I don't get with these PC dudes is that you have so many advantages. You know, more so than any other fan base, you hold these developers your feet to the fire more than any other. But yet you guys tend to take this power that you guys have and turn it into entitlement when you're breaking companies who are not you know in the who are not in the process of selling you of not let me rephrase this. Let me rephrase this. What Microsoft and Sony are doing are very different. Microsoft has decided, you know what? Let's integrate PC gaming. Let's get into PC gaming heavy. Let's do what they failed multiple times to do is bring the Xbox experience and bring it to PC. Right? Sony's not in the business of doing that. That's not what they're at least not right now. They you know obviously with PC obviously with PlayStation now they're getting into that market a little bit. They have their toe in it, but that's not their main thing. Microsoft, that's their main thing. That's what they want to do now. And that's, if Microsoft wants to do that, that's perfectly fine. I have no problem with that. But that's not what Sony's doing right now. So for these PC gamers to be like, oh well, you guys should be more like Microsoft and give us your games. No, it doesn't work that it don't work like that. It don't work like that. And then if that's what you guys want, that's your prerogative. But that's not what. But Sony's job is not to just give you their games. Their job, what they want to do, is sell you their hardware so that you can play their software. Um, I mean, I see that, but like with PC gamers, is very. And to be honest with you, I kind of do the same thing. Like if there are games coming out for if there was a game coming out only for the PlayStation, right? Only for the PlayStation, then I'm like, oh, cool. I'm not gonna harp on. Oh well, they should bring the game to Xbox too. To be honest with you, I don't give a shit. And honestly, vice versa. If there was an exclusive game from Microsoft that looked cool, I'm not gonna be like, oh well, yeah, it's nice, but I would like to have the game on PlayStation too. No, I don't give a shit, man. I'm just gonna play it on whatever device I have, right? And then with Nintendo, right? Nintendo has several games on there that I would actually would like to play. But and it is actually something me and Icy Rhythms. Shout out to Icy Rhythms. Dude's been an OG in this game for a long in this YouTube thing for a long time. I'm a big fan of his. I don't agree with much of what he says, but I am a fan of his. And he tried to get me on the whole Nintendo argument, and I'm going to explain it right here. There are several games on Nintendo platform that I actually would like to play. One of them just released recently. My friend Pedro. It's a game I actually would like to play. You know, it's only available on PC and the Switch right now. I mean, right now I can't really play it. I'm not gonna play it on this on my laptop, and you know I don't have a Switch. But am I gonna complain and cry? Oh, Nintendo, oh, anti-consumer Nintendo. It's funny that no other PC gamer do that though. It's funny Nintendo gamers that PC gamers don't say that when it comes to that game. But I guarantee you that game came out exclusively for PlayStation. You would hear them crying and complaining from miles away. But I digress. Yeah, I'm you know I'm kind of salty that my friend Pedro isn't coming out on PS4 at least right now. But guess what I have to do? I have to eat it essentially. I have to lay back and accept it. Then at the end of the day, the developers of My Friend Pedro decided, you know what, we'll bring the game out for the Switch. Maybe they made a deal with Nintendo. You know, it is what it is. It is what it is. You know what I mean? I'm not going to sit there and be like, oh, I hate Nintendo. Fuck you, Nintendo, this and that. No, I'm not going to do any of that. Because why? Because I understand the idea of Nintendo wanting to bring games like that to their platform. Because I understand, because at the end of the day, what do they want to do? They want people like me, people who are not interested in their console, to buy their console through their exclusive content. And all businesses are the same way. It don't matter how you slice it, no matter how you dice it, it's all the same. All the same. I forgot there's someone who tried to get me on now again what before I get into that, let me get to the IC Rhythm Nintendo discussion, right? Now he said, I think I mentioned something about Nintendo, and he said, well, if the hardware is the reason why you're not getting it. And I said, yeah, because it's not because of it being weak or anything like that. It's because the device itself is not conducive to my way of the way of playing, right? The detachable nature of the controller, you know, having to buy a pro controller, all that other stuff to me is not worth buying a Switch for. It's not worth it. If it was a traditional box, I would have already had one. I would have already had one. I would have probably gotten rid of my Xbox to get it, but I would have already had one. But the problem is that Nintendo, and I've said this before, and you know, this is not about this video is not about Nintendo, so I don't want to harp over this. My problem with Nintendo is that over the years they spent more time trying to create gimmicks to make their console as except for making a console that I want to buy, right? I'm not interested in the whole, you know, I'm not interested in their setup. I've seen the setup. I'm not interested in that. I'm not interested in having that in my house. Not interested. But if it was just a straight box, I would have been had one. I would have been had one. So what else there? I see also brought up the whole NFL 2K Madden thing, right? For those of you who don't know, 2005, you know, NFL 2K5 release, right? Now at the time, you know, this was near the end of this was the end of the PS2, Xbox, GameCube generation, right? 2K came out with NBA with NFL 2K5, right? And they decided, you know, since they wanted to beat Madden because you know they were that was their main competitor, they decided to lower the price of their football game for that year to $20, right? And Madden, I think Madden 2005 in response lowered their game to $30. Now, you know, I think the NFL wasn't happy with that. So they decided. Now this is based on a video that I seen recently. I was always under the belief that EA bought the license away, but according to what I heard from a recent video, is that um is that the NFL bid for it, you know, for put out a bid for it to be released. I agree. Yeah, I agree. Sure, it is hypocritical. I agree with you. I agree with you. With the PC guy, yeah, I agree. But but back to the story. They put out they had a bid out for any company who wanted to make exclusive content to for for football, so that whoever made the football game would have all the licenses with all the teams and all the other stuff, and obviously, and no surprise, EA won. So now we only have EA. Now Icy with Rhythms said, you know, he said, well, isn't that what exclusivity is all about? Like, and the thing is, I mean, he didn't really say it like that, but he did say, well, how many of you guys who talk of exclusives are happy with that? But that's the thing. When it comes to exclusive content, that was supposed to work. That's not what I talk about when it comes to exclusivity. That exclusivity did not help anybody. That level of exclusivity hurt the gaming industry. and I'll explain to you why. The Madden players, what 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 were they deprived of? They were gonna get a Madden game no matter. They were gonna get Madden '06 no matter what. So they weren't going to they weren't going to get or not get anything. They were going to get a Madden game no matter what. 2K players got screwed because obviously their football game is now gone. And ultimately, what you have now, you have Madden at its lowest state, at least as far as quality wise. You know, and people bitching and complaining about it. Like exclusivity for that game doesn't hurt anybody. But here's the thing. But here's the difference when it comes to that. The exclusivity when it comes to like exclusivity when it comes to games, that doesn't mean that games are not being made because of it. You know what I mean? Like with the whole Uncharted, with the whole not Uncharted, Tomb Raider thing, right? When Microsoft bought exclusivity rights for Rise of Tomb Raider, it, like you still got Uncharted to play, you still got third party, you still got plenty of games to play. When it came to the Madden thing, to the Madden 2K thing, the only football game left available is Madden. That's not how exclusivity works. Let me read this. Yeah, no, like the thing with I see, I don't disagree on him when it comes to exclusivity deal killing football gaming. I agree with him on that. My point is not the same as Microsoft buying exclusivity rights for Tomb Raider or what Sony does with their exclusives or not. It's not the same thing. It's not on the same level. It's not the same level because you still get to play tons of other games. You still get to play games like Tomb Raider. You know what I mean? Like if they wanted to, you can make these developers and publishers can create games like Uncharted. They can create games like God of War. They can create games like Killzone and shit like that. You can still do that. When it comes to sports games, it's very very delicate because of the licensing. People care about licensing. It's the only reason why FIFA outsells PES because they have most of the licensing. It's not because of quality, because quality wise, PES is better than FIFA, in my opinion. But like when it comes to licensing, it's very, very important. Very important. And to me, I don't look at it the same way. I'm gonna read some of these. I mean, yeah, you're right to an extent, Steve. But at the end of the day, like it does have those features. And I use the control. I don't like the controller. The Joy-Con controller I don't like. I don't, and I'm not really a big fan of the Pro controller either. Like everything that system does, it doesn't mesh with me. It just doesn't mesh with me. Maybe if they release some more games, probably next year that are games that I'm interested in, I think I may not have much of a choice. Because I always said the one thing I've always criticized Nintendo on was not necessarily their first party lineup. Because I don't really care about their first party lineup anymore. Like I just don't. But I always said that if they got enough third party games that look good and play good, I would buy the system. So and then I think they're approaching that number. They really are. But to me, I just there's lots of other things about the system that I don't like, and also I don't like the idea of a company who is so far behind to current standards, right? And like in Nintendo, they're too far behind. They're too far behind in key areas that I just don't. I don't feel like rewarding that company. I don't feel like it because it shows a level of arrogance and stupidity why their console, at least from the online standpoint, is the way it is now. It's a joke. Like I see people all over my timeline and all over YouTube bitching and complaining about Smash Online and Mario Maker. Like I can't do it, man. Online, I can't do it, man. I can't do it. I can't do it. But anyway, back to what I was saying, right? Like when it comes to the Madden thing, I agree that the Madden thing the exclusivity thing killed 2K, but that's not the same thing because like I said, you can play games like Uncharted and stuff like that anytime you want. That's why I didn't have a problem with Microsoft um buying that's why I didn't have a problem with them buying Rise of the Tomb Raider for a year. Because at the end of the day, their goal was to entice people who like Tomb Raider to buy their console. That that's how it is, man. Like that every brand does this. And some dude was like, "Oh well, oh well, you don't just listen to music on FM only and stuff like that. They don't do that. Like no shit, they don't do that. FM is a platform, but regardless, but I did tell him that that when it comes to like releasing hot new tracks and new singles, yes, radio stations do bid for that. Like down here, I think we have three major hip hop stations down here, and they always are on, or at least especially when I was growing up, they're always talking of, oh well, we have the hot new track, come listen here only on the station. Yeah, because they realize that exclusive content matters. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Because that's true, Steve. Like I agree with you. Like I was more like I've never been a fan of Madden. Never, never been a fan of Madden. There's always been other football games that I like, from Game Day, 2K, and all that other stuff. And to me, yeah, yeah, it did kill competition. But like but that's the thing. I'm not talking about that. Like I keep, I have to keep reiterating it. The way that exclusivity works, like it doesn't work that way when it comes to everything else that I'm talking about. I believe healthy exclusive is when a company makes an IP. I mean, no, I understand. I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. Like I can, there is one part of exclusive that I actually do not agree with, and that and actually has something to do with PlayStation. It's the whole Destiny DLC. I mean, for fuck's sake, they had Sony had like exclusivity rights for DLC for Destiny DLC for what 2 years? Yeah, that's true too. Like, and I see a lot of PlayStation. It's mainly PlayStation dudes who bitch and complain about Bayonetta being exclusive. But like I've heard, without Nintendo's involvement, Bayonetta would have been dead. So if Nintendo decide, yo, we'll keep it alive, but you have to make their games exclusive to our platform, I don't have a problem with that. Because at the end of the day, they're the reason why the game exists. So why can't? So why shouldn't they? Why should they just put the games on PC like a lot of these PC games are saying? I apologize for that. Yeah, the game's starting now. So let me let me just wrap all this thing around, right? Like I said before, exclusivity is how what's funny? Damn shit, I forgot to mention. No, now this video is mainly about PC dudes, but there are another group of fanboys. Not I don't want to say fanboys necessarily, but there's another group of fanboys that have this notion that exclusivities are bad, and that's the Xbox fanboys. And I'm gonna address them real quick. You guys pretty much are just taking what Phil Spencer is saying and using that as your argument. Phil Spencer, and I have nothing against Phil Spencer or nothing like that. I don't have nothing against his philosophy or nothing like that. His philosophy is pretty much, their goal is to put their games everywhere, and that's nice, right? That's not Sony's deal. So if Microsoft wants to do it, that's fine. Doesn't make Sony anti-consumer for not doing it. And a lot of you Xbox dudes who sit there and trash Sony for getting exclusivity deals, you guys do not hold that same energy when Microsoft does it. Not even close. Because all those fucking studios that they bought, those games should all come out for other platforms. Yes or no? No, they're not. They're not. They're not. They're not. They're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. They're not going to say that. You know what I mean? It's all about, Oh, excuse me. let's bring our games to every platform. But then they play games that are exclusive to that platform, and they don't bitch and complain at all. All they do is just play the game. And and that's cool. I have no problem with that. But then when games are exclusive to PlayStation, people complain. Even people bitch. How the fuck that makes sense? That don't make no fucking sense. But anyways, let me get to my main argument. If you guys want to, if PC guys, if you guys want to play Sony games, you have to buy the Sony console as of right now. Until things change, that's how things go, right? You can come up. You can come up with any scenario you want to is. Excuse me. You can come up with any scenario you want to justify your position on why exclusivity is bad, and I can counter that. I can counter it like that because at the end of the day, brands, companies, their goal is to sell you your product through exclusive content. It's the best way to do it. It's the easiest way to do it. Sell you on your content. Sell them on their exclusive content. That just it's as simple as that. All the whining, bitching, and complaining you guys do ain't gonna solve that. It's not anti-consumer because at the end of the day, they are appeasing to their consumer base, the people who are willing to buy into their platform. If you're not willing to buy into their platform, then you have no right to bitch and complain about it. I mean, straight up, if you want to sit there and bitch and complain, I mean, they're not trying to appeal to you. Clearly, they're not trying to appeal to you. They want you on their platform, but they're not going to be like, oh well, why don't you bring your games over to PC and I'll buy your console. There's no fucking way that's going to happen. No, you just don't want to buy their console, but you want to play their games, and Sony's not interested in that. Maybe Microsoft is. That's perfectly fine. I understand that a lot of you guys are liking Microsoft for what they're doing. I get it, but Sony's not doing that. So it is what it is. And the last thing before I go, there's a lot of talk about the Epic Game Store and what they're doing with exclusive content, and a lot of PC gamers, at least the ones that bitch and complain about exclusive, are the same one bitch and complaining about this. And I'll say this, and I'm gonna leave. You guys won't have the same energy when it comes to if Steam did this. You guys would not have the same energy. I don't believe that for a fucking second that you guys will hold the same type of energy that you guys with all your hatred toward the Epic Game Store. If Steam was doing the same thing, you guys would not be bitching and complaining about this at all. So cut the bullshit. Anyways, this is Hoopy 186. I'm out, man. Peace. Thank you guys for watching. Definitely double shooter. Thank you guys. Thank you for watching. Steve, again, I'll call you later. But anyways, I'll thank you guys for watching. I'm out. Peace.